get you with the Akademiks and check it out, because just like you, okay, I heard the rumors a couple days ago, a popular A-list celebrity contracted HIV and would soon reveal it. Now, maybe I'm just too much in the mud with all the fuckery and coonery going on in hip-hop, because I swore it was gonna be like Young Thugalicious, maybe it was gonna be Tiger the Game, or like Rick Ross, one of them motherfucking rappers who keep fucking the same 10 chicks, lest we forget there's only about 10 chicks getting fucked by every single rapper, okay? I thought it was gonna be a rapper. But instead, it was the guy who coined the phrase "winning." Okay, to be honest, man, he took his first L. All right, or so it seems, because he did an interview with Matt Lauer. Okay, and I'm talking about Charlie Sheen, if you don't know. In the Today Show, he did the interview, and he said, listen, man, I got it about 4 years ago. I was bicking back being bull, okay, not knowing how to handle it at first. It started off with headaches, okay, then was like a bunch of like cold sweats. So I was waking up, and I was sweating profusely. The next thing I was in the hospital and they told me, bruh, you got HIV. Okay, now this is shocking because a lot of people are looking in, and let me just say this off the rip, right? There are more people today being pretentious on social media, and really, they're kind of fake caring about Charlie Sheen, but in reality, they're more concerned about their own bad decisions that are really being projected back onto them by Charlie Sheen's admission. Okay, maybe I lost you, but I'll explain. Now, they're going to mask it like, oh my God, I care so much about Charlie Sheen, so sad. But in reality, most of the people who are interested in this story is not because they care about Charlie Sheen, it's because they now think, damn, you start thinking about that one chick, damn, man, I shouldn't have fucked old girl from the club, man, not that stripper. I mean, when I was fucking her, I pulled out a used condom already in the pussy. I shouldn't have fucked her. Okay, so that's what people are thinking about. People are thinking about their own bad choices, not so much feeling bad for Charlie Sheen. Not that they don't, okay? Now, the fake sympathy's going around. I mean, it's a taboo thing to really talk about HIV. A lot of people have ignored it over the last couple of years. It's been like on the back burner. Now it's back to the forefront. But the symptoms that Charlie Sheen said, and he did an interview, as I said, with Matt Lauer, he said he had migraines at first, and he was sweating profusely during his sleep, right? Now imagine people with, especially just thinking about what I just said, they're kind of trying to get a gauge of themselves, right? Because people always want to know a couple things. Okay, how did he catch it? That if he says, yo, I caught it by shooting up needles, they can be like, whoo, I don't shoot up needles. Okay, I only fuck 10 bitches a week raw. Okay, that's what people want to hear. People don't want to hear the vague answer, which he did give. He said, I don't know how I got it, okay? Now, people have speculated maybe because he's like fucked a lot of prostitutes. Some people said maybe it's a drug use. Some people said maybe some other risky behavior. But the only thing he said, he had symptoms of really sweating during his sleep and migraines. Now, everybody's kind of off edge, like, what? Now, I talked to the homies the other day, and by the way, let's just be clear, okay? We got to be clear, we got to be honest, all right? We got to really have this conversation, and when we have this conversation, we got to not talk politically correct. The politically correct should get you fucked up, okay? This whole thing, we're going to wait till we're married, we always use condoms, stop it, okay? Some of you niggas that's listening to me are dirty as a motherfucker, okay? To be honest, man, I talked to some of my homies the other day, okay? To keep it real, this is what they said, and tell me if this resonates with you or any of your friends, okay? I was like, yo, when's the last time y'all had some STD tests? Okay, you know what these motherfuckers said? They said, bruh, we don't take STD tests. They say, my girlfriend takes the STD test. Okay, so we fucking, her STD test is our STD test. If she clean, we clean. If she got something, that's a dirty cheating bitch. Okay, that's what everybody was saying. But to be honest, all the politically correct people are going to be like shocked by what I just said. But in reality, that's what's going on. Think about the last time you got tested. Think about the last time all your homies could really confess that they did get tested, right? Now, not only that, right? Charlie Sheen divulged that he had unprotected sex after he was diagnosed. It was diagnosed 4 years ago, and he said he still dicked down 2 people after his diagnosis raw. Okay, he says his doctor co-signed it, and because of that, it's impossible for him to have spread the virus because they both not only knew that he had HIV, they both, of course, like, they did some type of, I don't know if it's a procedure, I don't know if it's some type of overseeing, but the doctor made sure that the disease was not passed, okay? Now, currently he says he's being treated, right? He's taking like 4 pills a day. Now, he says he's at the point, right, where if he was tested today for HIV, he'll probably come back clean. He says it's not even like really traceable in his blood anymore, We've heard that from Magic Johnson before, which means this motherfucker probably was big and back being bull, watching Magic Johnson like Peyton Manning watching game film and saying, this is how I'm gonna do this shit, because I can't be going out like no sucker. I gotta come with a plan. But he says he's like almost good. Okay, he just got to take these medications, and of course his lifestyle changes, and he got to let people know certain things. But listen, it looks like he's not gonna he's gonna die tomorrow. Okay, now why did he come out? Right? If he's been handling the shit like behind closed doors, why did he come out? Now he said people have been blackmailing him for over $10 million. Okay, he says it's really affected him because of his health as far as his mind state goes, because when people are only around, you're trying to extort you, it kind of fucks with your mind and your brain. That of course affects your health, and it of course makes him want to kind of abuse drugs. And when I'm talking about drugs, alcohol. So he drinks more because of other things that's kind of like affecting him privately. So he got it off his chest, and hopefully those things will stop. Okay, he wanted to stop the extortion. Now, I feel bad for him, okay? It's a personal battle that we wish him luck on. But to be honest, man, I think a lot of these new drugs that we've heard about them coming out like recently, that they're doing wonders, we're hoping these things could really get him to a point where maybe not only save his life, but at least send a big and large statement to the population in general that, yo, listen, man, HIV, what we knew like 20, 30 years ago, is not what we know about it now. Okay, we know a lot more, and not only do we know a lot more, we probably can't cure it, but we definitely could treat it with a lot more certainty than we did before. Okay, now it's definitely a wake-up call though, because I know condom sales are going to be it's going to be going through the roof for the next 3 weeks. Okay, it's going to be flying off the shelves faster than Adele CDs. But like social media, eventually we're going to once again move on. Nobody remembers, right? You got to remember, you got to think about it. If tonight, and I'm talking to the ladies, right? If tonight the guy who always dicks you down, he ain't see you as wifey material, just accessible pussy, if he comes over and he's used to hitting it raw, and he doesn't even bring a condom tonight, okay, seeing what the news is, and this is the biggest story other than the ISIS thing today. If he don't bring a condom, okay, pretty much he's telling you a couple things. Number one, he might not pay attention to the news. Number two, he don't give a fuck about nothing. He ain't scared, which that's a problem already, okay? But as far as Charlie Sheen, his Hollywood career looks like it's going to be affected a little bit, because I believe he has to tell all his employers. Who knows? Some people might not want to do certain scenes with him, right? He does say he have a lot of work that's kind of set up for him to do, but it looks like he's going to have to deal with this, and now it's public, but hey, it's going to change his life, of course. What do you guys think about it? Get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe to Akademiks. I'm out.